We have seen these before, but this one is particularly wild. A smash and grab robbery caught on video at a Los Angeles mall. Police say a mob of criminals wearing head-to-toe black ran into a mall on Saturday, overwhelmed staff, and stole between $60,000 and $100,000 of merchandise from a Nordstrom. CNN's Josh Campbell is in Los Angeles for us. Josh, their faces are, some of them are covered. They've got their hoodies on, hard to see them. Has there been any movement on identifying any of these suspects?
So no key leads that we're aware of by police, and that's because, as you mentioned, it's so hard to investigate these. The suspects were clad with masks. These smash and grab operations typically happen without warning. The people are out of there within a minute or so, but nevertheless, that investigation is underway. And just to set the scene for our viewers, this was Saturday afternoon here in the Los Angeles area. You had shoppers out at a mall. You had employees just going about their business, and then this happened. Watch. Police said there were approximately 30 people that were part of this mob that just smashed and grabbed their way through the store. You can see in that video there, one employee looked exasperated. There was nothing that he can do. The Los Angeles Police Department issued a statement. I'll read you that in part. They say that to criminals, it is just property taken. But to those who live in the area and patronize the Topanga Mall, it is a loss of feeling safe. The LAPD will exhaust all efforts to bring those responsible into custody and seek criminal prosecution. Now, interestingly, Sarah, a very similar incident happened just days ago in nearby Glendale, California. You can see that video there where you had, again, another large criminal flash mob of people going about into these buildings. Authorities say that upwards of $300,000 worth of merchandise were stolen there. A $50,000 reward is currently being offered by police for any information leading to the identification and arrest of those suspects, Sarah.
It's just so incredibly brazen, but you can see some of the security measures used with some of the purses being locked onto some of the fixtures so that people couldn't take them. Josh Campbell, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Well, a smash and grab robbery caught on tape at a Los Angeles mall. You're going to want to look at this. Police say a mob of criminals wearing head-to-toe black ran into a mall Saturday, overwhelmed staff, and stole between $60,000 and $100,000 worth of merchandise. CNN's Josh Campbell joins us live from Los Angeles. Josh, what are police saying at this point? Do they have any leads at all?
None that we know of at this hour, Phil. And these cases are so difficult because these so-called criminal flash mobs strike without warning. They're gone oftentimes within a matter of a minute or so. These individuals were wearing masks, some of them driving away in vehicles with paper license plates. So a lot of work for police to do there on the investigative side. Just to set the scene for our viewers, I mean, imagine you're out and about like so many of us are on a weekend at a shopping center, and you come face to face with a mob of criminals that are smashing and grabbing their way through a store. That's exactly what happened here Saturday afternoon in Los Angeles at Topanga Mall. You had shoppers that were just going about their business. You had store employees who were doing their work. And then this happened. Watch. Now, Phil, as you mentioned, up to $100,000 worth of goods were stolen, according to police. You can see one looks like an employee there, just exasperated, nothing that he can do. A truly terrifying situation. The Los Angeles Police Department issued a statement. I'll read part of that. They said that to criminals, this is just property taken. To those who live in the area and patronize the Topanga Mall, it is a loss of feeling safe. The LAPD will exhaust all efforts to bring those responsible into custody and seek criminal prosecution. Now, it's worth pointing out, Phil, that a very similar incident happened just days ago in nearby Glendale, California. I believe we have some of that video to show you. You had a very similar criminal mob of people descend on a shopping center. They got away with upwards of $300,000 worth of goods, according to authorities. And that investigation still very much underway. For law enforcement, they're hoping that members of the public, people who might know these groups, will come forward. There is a reward of $50,000 that's currently being offered. But a lot of the times, because these groups are closed off and they're obviously hiding their faces, it's up to police to try to find the goods on the back end once they actually make their way onto the black market, these illicit trading platforms. And so that very difficult to crack. But obviously for members of the community here, very unsettling. For those who were there, certainly terrifying.
Of course. Like I was just saying to Phil, can you imagine you're in there shopping with your family and that happens? Josh, thank you.
A brazen flash mob robbery that was captured on video. It happened in broad daylight at a Nordstrom store in Los Angeles. Police say that thieves swooped in, overwhelming the staff and grabbing high-end merchandise before making their getaway. CNN's Josh Campbell joins us now live from Los Angeles. So, Josh, are police any closer to identifying the alleged culprits?
Well, Boris, at this hour, their investigation remains. Our colleague Sherry Mossberger spoke with LAPD a short time ago, and they indicated at this point no identification of the suspects. At this point, no leads, no arrests. That investigation continues. But to set the stage for our viewers here, this was Saturday afternoon. You had people that were out and about at a mall. You had workers that were just doing their job. And then this happened. Watch. Customers began to flee. There were obviously exasperated employees there who could do nothing but watch. We're told that up to $100,000 in merchandise was stolen. Los Angeles Police Department issued a statement. I'll read part of that. They say, to criminals, it is just property taken. To those who live in the area and patronize the Topanga Mall, it is a loss of feeling safe. The LAPD will exhaust all efforts to bring those responsible into custody and seek criminal prosecution. These cases obviously so tough to crack because you have these members of this group there wearing masks. They're in and out in a matter of minutes. A lot of them actually fled the scene, vehicles with paper license plates. So really difficult there for police to try to get to the bottom of this, Boris.
And Josh, a similar incident happened in Los Angeles just a few days ago, right?
No, that's right. Very similar in nearby Glendale, California. I believe we have some of those images as well. You see this large criminal flash mob that strikes another shopping facility. In that case, we're told that up to $300,000 worth of merchandise was stolen. No new leads announced by police on that one, but what they're doing is appealing to the public. If you know who this group was, there is a $50,000 reward that's being offered for information leading to their arrest. But this incident certainly unsettling the area, the community here in Los Angeles. And for those people who were there at the mall, it was certainly very terrifying, Boris.
Josh Campbell, thanks so much for the update. Jim?